once you've basically proven that the Federal Reserve can find $2 trillion down the back of the sofa for whatever reason it wants, right? Once you've shown that you can do direct support for wages, you don't have to fart around with quantitative easing or any of this fancy nonsense, right? Once you've shown that there really is a magic money tree, and it's a very, very big one, then a lot of the things that we were arguing about, we take healthcare as one of them, but student debt is another one, right? If the Federal Reserve can manage to magic up $1.5 trillion to support the T-bill market in 24 hours, it can take $1.5 trillion, buy all those loans and put them on their balance sheet and forget about them.
Again, that's why I have you here. So correct me if I'm wrong. This sounds to me like modern monetary theory, where because we have our sovereign currency, we can print as much money as we want to solve all of our problems. And now this crisis is actually proving that to be true. Can you comment?
I think that's pretty much exactly the case. It's not just like we all went on a long vacation and came back 2 weeks later. Are you going to go shop until you literally drop? Right? Are you going to go back to a place where there's a chance that you can become sick? To go to your first question, is money going to be worth anything? Yeah, of course it is. Because at the end of the day, you're still going to have to eat, you're still going to have to shop, you're still going to have to find groceries. And so long as we can secure those type of supply chains from farms to tables, from factories and food factories across the United States into the cities, then you'll survive this. It's not that type of crisis that I worry about. It's more, as Adam is saying, what you expect to happen, like you get back to travel, right? Well, the airlines have been given a huge bailout, which I think is ridiculous. But at the end of the day, you're really going to be wanting to sit on a can that's flying at 30,000 feet in the air with 200 other people again when we haven't licked this virus yet? Probably not. So it's just not clear that like we're going to switch on the switch and we'll all go back to work. That's not probably what's not going to happen. We need to start thinking about that. So there's all these interconnections that we take for granted because so long as everybody's working and everything's good and there's money flowing, great. But if you start to sequester 70% of the economy, bits fall off. That's basically what happens. So on the mortgage side, yeah, I could imagine within 2 to 3 months, forget forbearance, as you're saying, that's just basically you're going to pay me interest and you're going to pay it all in the 4th month. What you're going to see is most of those mortgages are still going into the same types of collateralized obligations, those derivative bond structures that we had last time. And then people buy tranches of those bonds. And guess what's going to happen? The value of those bonds are going to go down because people aren't paying their mortgages. But I think this time we're going to see more of an immediate crunch in the rental sector. And the problem is for both, with so many people without income, it's not as if you're throwing out 1 or 2 people out of their houses, right? Where's everybody going to go?
Right.
I mean, this is a housing crisis in the making.
So now nobody has rent money. So now that landlord has to kick out his renters and get new people in who have money. Problem is nobody has any money, right?
That's the problem this time around. This isn't like 2% or 5% of the market. You're talking 30% of the market or perhaps even bigger. There just isn't another person to come in and take it. So what you get in these situations and what we're going to have to face up with on the public side and on the private side is some form of generalized debt forgiveness. It just gets written off, it just gets written down, and everybody agrees to move on because there's nowhere to go to squeeze to get the money back. It just ain't going to be there.